We are continuing our discussion on strategic planning, implementation, and control processes, and we are working on corporate planning and divisional planning, and we will now discuss on our fourth job in working out corporate and divisional strategic planning, which is about assessing the growth opportunities. So we will try to assess the growth opportunities for our business, and we will try to find out how do we make sure that our business continues to grow. And when we are doing it, we are actually faced with three major choices, and we'll discuss about it. And I will just remind you that I will discuss one more point here in this discussion about the corporate culture. So I will also include it that in our corporate and strategic planning, we also need to remember that the importance of corporate culture that we are planning to make. And the next point is about the innovation. How do we keep on innovating and making the organization prosper and stay relevant with the changes in our environment. And now, about the assessing the growth opportunities. Actually, when we assess the growth opportunities, we have three fundamental options. One is to grow with the new businesses, or we can just try to strategically maneuver our new business by downsizing, or you can say, sometimes some people they say not downsizing, but you can say right sizing. That means your organization has become bigger, which is not relevant with the current challenge that you face. So you can try to find out where I have my organization overstaffed, and I can or over resource burden. So I can try to find the right amount of resource that it can actually manage. And also we can try to eliminate if we don't see any prospect, or if we see that it is better for our organization not to bleed money anymore, and we can save money by just withdraw ourselves from that business, so we can eliminate it. Now, when we try to see our organization's prospect for growth, we can develop a figure like this and point out that how far we can go with our current strategies. So this is our baseline. So here is our baseline. For with our current portfolio, we stay on that baseline. So if we continue to work like what we are doing now, we stay. Sorry, I wanted to draw in this line. So we stay here. This is our current baseline. And now, if we keep on pushing hard and we try we give extra effort, but with the same extra effort, then we can continue to do this. We can improve our growth by this level. That's called intensive growth. And if we can actually reach out to other dimensions and try to integrate other opportunities, which is not exactly in our current domain or in our current divisions of where we are doing business, then we can achieve this growth. But if we go completely liberal and try to take any opportunity that gives us the chance to grow, then we go for this diversification growth. So here is the point, that if we just maintain the status quo and keep on doing what we are happy with, then this is our portfolio. And if we just keep our focus for growth as the priority and exploring all options, then we can reach here. And so this is, if we set it as our desired goal, this growth, and wherever are we now? Now we are at this level. So to reach there, whatever plan we have to make, that actually defines the gap between our desire and our current status. So that's why it is called a strategic planning gap, because this gap only we can fill out, and we can reach to our desired sales level if we have very effective strategic planning. So let's see. Okay, so how many growth opportunities we have? We have intensive growth, integrative growth, and diversification growth. So we'll discuss each one by one. So now I will discuss this intensive growth with an example which is my favorite. This is the most famous English daily in Bangladesh, is the Daily Star. So we'll see that how Daily Star, if they want to intensively grow in their current product and market expansion opportunities, how they can do it. For example, Daily Star now they have a market, the English readers in Bangladesh. So English newspaper readers in Bangladesh. So we have that newspaper in Bangladesh, and they are the English newspaper. So they have the newspaper and English newspaper, obviously. So this is their market penetration. They can try to get more English newspaper readers and in Bangladesh, and they can try to get more market share of this. But if they want to say no, we want to move on to the new market share, then what they can do? Like Pratham Alo, they can also try to another one of the most prominent Bengali newspaper in our country. They can also actually try to go to international market and can try to attract people who are ready to read English newspaper from Bangladesh. And we have the expatriate Bangladeshis in abroad, and we can target them. So we can target the expatriate Bangladeshis and we can try to reach there with our English newspaper from Daily Star. Or Daily Star, they can actually develop a new product. And what Daily Star for the current market in English newspaper readers in Bangladesh, and they can product, and they have developed it. They have the online version of the newspaper, which is a new product with their print newspaper, because now they are print English newspaper, but now they have the online newspaper. They also have the mobile apps. So they have the apps for the current market to with their new product solution information. Or now, as a diversification, what we see for Daily Star, that they are also trying to pursue the publication. They want to work in publication industry. It can happen also that they want to launch. They want to join in other medium of business. So publication is like a move to diversification when Daily Star is publishing books. Now let's move on to the next example. The next example is about, it's actually the next slide is about the integrative growth. So in integrative growth, we have the business here, and now we want to grow, but we want to grow like by working and by integrating our business either with our channel members. So we can take our channel members. So here we have the suppliers and we have the wholesalers. I will rather write it in this way because this one is not giving me a direct sense. So I will say that this is the Daily Star. So Daily Star is there, and here I have the wholesalers, the people, distributors. So here I have the distributors, and here I have the suppliers for Daily Star. Suppliers, you can say the news suppliers, or the news agencies for Daily Star. So Daily Star, from there, and they are going to the news readers. So here they have the news readers, and horizontally they have some competitors, like they have another prominent newspaper in the country, New Age, or they can have also the Independent, the other prominent newspaper in Bangladesh, English newspaper obviously in Bangladesh. So they have these competitors also. They have the relationship with them. Now Daily Star, if they want to integrate the business, they can they can just acquire, they can merge with, they can buy out a distributor. So they can buy a distributor so that they grow in the with entering the distribution business, newspaper distribution business. Or they can even buy a news agency, the agency which supplies the news to the newspaper. So they can actually buy a news agency. For example, we have some famous news agency, for example, UNB. So they can try to buy them so that they can grow vertically, or they can go horizontal. They can buy one of this newspaper and can get more more growth opportunities. What we see, we now have a famous integrative growth attempt by two companies, two leader prominent player in our telecommunication industry. The merger between Robi and Airtel is actually, you can consider as an attempt for integrative growth. Now moving on to the diversification growth, what can we do here? Actually the sky is the limit, because here you can try to pursue any new opportunity that you find will give you some extra profit, and you can pursue to grow and join that business opportunity. Here I have some examples for you regarding this kind of policy. Like if we go to this website, and here you see Beximco. So when Beximco started, they were simply a trading company, but now after their trading company, you can say that they were just importing items from abroad and selling it in Bangladesh. But then they moved to textile business, pharmaceutical business, ceramics business, real estate and trading business. Trading is their original item, so trading is there, but they are also in real estate, ICT and media, television. They have televisions, they have newspapers, magazines, financial service, banks, insurance companies, energy business, power plants, and all this stuff they have. So this is like a diversification of the growth, an example of diversified growth. Same applies to ACI. They were simply a pharmaceutical company, but now you see food, motor vehicles, logistics, beauty items, food items, everything you find there in them. So this is like a diversification of growth. So here when we think about diversification of growth, we have many opportunities to find out that how we can grow. We have also one example about ESPN in our book, about how ESPN started in USA with a simple with a very narrow target of focusing USA based sports, but rather later on they moved out of the country and exploit their business opportunities and their growth opportunities by adopting other cultures items like football, cricket, particularly in South Asia. They moved and they grew with undertaking those ventures. Now we will move to next item, which is about our corporate culture. So I will actually integrate it with our growth opportunities. I will say that look, in a business, if we want to grow, we have to also create a culture in our organization where we are very sure about what do we have common as an experience, story, belief, and norms in that organization, which keeps us united and give us an identification, an identity, and belongingness to that organization and with that organization. So that gives us, like for example, someone working in IBM has an identity, and someone working in Apple has another type of identity. And here, if you think about IBM and Apple, you think that this is a very official and formal atmosphere and culture, and this is very much about job and informal culture. Here you have that, but here you have the routine and time. Here it is based on routine, and here it is based on task. So you have to complete the task as long as it takes, or you have to actually, here it is. There is the culture it creates. It also happens in our country. You also know that some cultures, like I can tell you, like we have two companies, like ACI, you have a company there. They are also having food items. They have food items. They have a but ACI itself as a corporation, they have a culture. And here you have another organization called BRAC, and here you have another culture. The culture of BRAC and the culture of ACI, I mean, there is a distinction there. You can they have a different experience that you can expect in mingling in that organization, in organizational culture. We also will also discuss on our last item in this session is about marketing innovation. That when we create the plan for our corporation, we should understand that how important it is for innovation happening consistently and continuously in our organization, and we should actually market that innovation. We should you can say that we should internally market that innovation in our organization. We should encourage our organizational citizen, our corporate citizen, our organizational members to identify new opportunities and work out solutions, innovative solutions for them. Some companies, they are very systematic about it. For example, here we see about scenario analysis, and scenario analysis basically it has come from the Royal Dutch Shell Company. So Royal Dutch Shell Company, they introduced this scenario analysis. So they continuously look out for changes happening in the environment. So they said, okay, in next 5 years, what big things are going to happen? So here is like the 1, 2, 3 scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3, and then they identify that which one has how much probability to happen and which one is the most imminent. And if that happens, then what are the courses of action we need to take to adjust with that situation? So by scenario analysis, they try to continuously keep track of the changes that can happen in the environment and what are the possible adjustments and innovations that are required and necessary to stay relevant in a changed environment. So that's a routine, like that's an innovation installed and embedded in the system of the organization. Some other organizations like Apple did not necessarily follow this, but they have their innovation culture, which we see very dominant in their new products. And also another company I would request you to Google, that is the Google, because there you also see that they're continuously in pursuit of innovation. So that's all what we can share right now about how do companies they can find and assess growth opportunities in their corporate plan. Thank you.